Do you believe that Britney was next to Diddy and or Jeffrey
Absolutely.
Epstein?
Absolutely.
Cassie just name dropped Britney Spears in the Diddy trial as she was on the stand.
And Diddy inviting heavyweights like Britney to flex his class.
What could possibly link music mogul Diddy to pop icon Britney Spears? A shocking courtroom twist revealed a connection that no one saw coming. As the trial took a dramatic turn, whispers of a secretive event known as the Freaks Offs party pulled both stars into the spotlight. What was Diddy hiding? And what triggered his sudden, intense reaction?
Do you believe that Britney was next to Diddy and or Jeffrey
Absolutely.
Epstein?
Absolutely. All of those girls, all of those Mickey Mouse girls, including Christina Aguilera, all of these children have been picked. Part of the reason why they can't tell you is because they were drugged when
Yep.
most of what was happening to them was happening. And what they have left are the memories and the nightmares.
Do you believe that Bieber has been trying to expose Diddy for years? Because if you look at his Yummy video, there's a lot of indicators that he was trying to expose what these elites are really doing to children. He used pizza images a lot.
Rihanna, all of them. Listen to their music after they get their big hit record and their deal. Lou Taylor is friends with Diddy. They're all listed on the charter of that same church.
Y'all gonna bring it to George Clooney or Tom Cruise or Will Smith.
Give Britney a break.
Get Britney or any woman or children. You're supposed to have rules to the game. There's supposed to be. There gotta be rules to the game. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And don't put nobody in danger driving. You know. I think that right now everybody's treating everybody in the world like they can't make a mistake. Like they have to be this perfect thing. Whether it's Barack Obama, Reverend Wright, whether it's Miley Cyrus or Britney Spears. Everybody has to be perfect, and life ain't like that.
Cassie just name dropped Britney Spears in the Diddy trial as she was on the stand testifying. She said, Sean was there and he brought Dallas Austin, Britney Spears. I think those were the two that stand out to me. Now, what she is talking about is her 21st birthday party that took place on September 8th, 2007. The picture is right above. You see Britney with Diddy, Paris Hilton, and then there's Dallas Austin next to her.
This is going to blow your mind. This is the evolution of Britney Spears from 2000 to 2024. And look what happened in 2003. Who's this guy? Anyone recognize him? And also pay attention to what happens in 2007.
Right now, P. Diddy is looking at spending the rest of his life in prison for human trafficking and also assault towards Cassie Ventura, who was his ex-girlfriend. Cassie Ventura has explained that one way P. Diddy would always try to manipulate her was trying getting other celebrities to come to parties, with one example being Britney Spears, who came to Cassie's 21st birthday party. That birthday party was actually the night before the 2007 VMAs, where Britney Spears had one of the worst performances of her career, and many called it the beginning of the end. And after that happened, Britney Spears actually came out apologizing for the performance, saying she was extremely tired, having no sleep the night before, and did admit to being hungover. Now it's been insinuated that story actually goes much deeper, where P. Diddy might have tried to set Britney Spears up that night, getting her drunk on purpose and keeping her up to try and get her to have a bad performance. From the point of view that P. Diddy had this idea that if Britney Spears' career tanked and she was losing popularity, she would be more reluctant to sign with his record label instead. From Cassie Ventura's point of view, she said that Britney Spears was just a pawn to P. Diddy to try and get her at that birthday party for Cassie, so she'd be so impressed she would date P. Diddy. It actually worked because that was the first night ever Cassie Ventura did kiss P. Diddy. For Britney Spears, it's not likely she was ever seriously abused by P. Diddy, but it definitely seems like she was a pawn in his plans, and with that I'm Charles Sproul. Subscribe to learn something.
What is the Freaks Offs party, and why has it caused such a storm? For years, it was just a rumor, an underground Hollywood myth. But behind closed doors, insiders whispered about an elite, invite-only gathering shrouded in secrecy and scandal. The location changed constantly, and what happened inside was nothing like the glamorous image its guests projected. For a long time, it was all speculation, until this trial blew the lid off everything. Courtroom evidence painted these parties as much more than lavish get-togethers. They allegedly served as the backdrop for behavior so risky it could end careers. One name kept surfacing: Sean Diddy Combs. And then came the bombshell: Britney Spears. Her name sent shockwaves through the room and shattered the belief that these were just celebrity rumors. But was she a willing participant, or something else entirely? The truth, still unfolding, could change everything we thought we knew.
Now, instead of showing a photo at the end of 2024, I'm going to show you a video of how she looks now as of a month ago, so stay tuned. But here, the famous meltdown 2027, I also found her reportedly going to Diddy parties in 2007, and then the whole situation. Coincidence? I don't know. You be the judge. Either way, she's looking pretty good afterwards, as if, she survived Diddy. I have nothing bad to say about Britney Spears. I hope everything is going well for her. I hope she continues to be successful. But at some point soon, it does look like she starts to become a slightly different person. Well, I'll let you guys be the judge. What do you think? Is it the same person from here to here? And moving forward? Do we have a different Britney? Has she just aged? Is it none of my business? Is it none of all of our business? Either way, stick around, because in 2024, she has made an appearance about a month ago, and you're about to see what that is. I'm going to get out the way. Here you are.
I forget I'm famous sometimes.
2024.
I'm home. I'm old and rough. But I thought it was kind of cool. The Sabrina girl, Carpenter. She said something about it, and I was like, "Dang, this looks cool." She made me cool. Okay, maybe not.
According to a bombshell report by Shutterscoop, Diddy's been bragging for years about hooking up with Britney that very night. A longtime associate claims Diddy told this story dozens of times, laughing about how Britney was crazy in bed and out of control. He thought it made him look like a player, another notch on his belt. Photos from that night show Britney and Diddy cozying up together. Her eyes are hidden behind sunglasses indoors at night. Just to keep that in mind. Now, she was looking like she could barely hold herself together. In 2007, Britney was 25, a global superstar, but her life was unraveling. She lost custody of her 2 young sons, was battling addiction, and was trapped in a toxic conservatorship that controlled her every move. The media was ruthless, painting her as a fallen idol. Meanwhile, Diddy was at the peak of his power. Bad Boy Records mogul, fashion icon, party king.
3. How did one of pop's most famous figures end up entangled in such a dark web? That question rocked the courtroom as prosecutors introduced evidence linking Britney Spears to the mysterious Freaks-Offs party. The moment her name was allowed in testimony, everything changed. Gasps echoed as messages from encrypted apps showed Britney being invited and possibly attending not 1, but 2 of these secret events. A former assistant confirmed seeing her there. Was it really her? A photo emerged, blurry but convincing. The timeline matched Britney's conservatorship era, raising chilling questions. Did she attend by choice or under pressure? Her carefully managed public image is now colliding with allegations that could rewrite her story. And Diddy's.
Pictures from that night. There's Britney. Obviously, that's Cassie and Diddy. More pictures from that night. Britney standing next to Diddy, 50 Cent, Paris. Another one from that night. Britney with Diddy, Cassie. Why is this important? Well, September 8th, 2007 was the night before the MTV Video Music Awards, the 2007 MTV Video Music Awards, where Britney Spears performed her now infamous performance of Gimme More. Now, also why it's important, because Lou Taylor and Robin Greenhill from TriStar Sports and Entertainment allegedly were the ones that orchestrated Britney's conservatorship to begin with, and they have been named in this Diddy lawsuit multiple times. It's a little bit jarring because the Britney fandom has always had questions about that night. These pictures are not new. We've seen these pictures for a long time. But we've always had questions on what went on that night because Britney just didn't seem okay the next day.
It's September 7, 2007, and Las Vegas is buzzing. The Strip's alive with neon lights, thumping music, and A-list celebs are bouncing from club to club. Britney Spears, the pop princess herself, is at Pure Nightclub for Cassie Ventura's 21st birthday bash, hosted by none other than Sean Diddy Combs. Paris Hilton's there, music producer Dallas Austin is in the mix, and the VIP section's a chaotic swirl of champagne, flashing cameras, And you know, a lot of narcissistic egos. Anyway, Britney's already under a microscope, fresh off her divorce from Kevin Federline. That head shaping moment, you guys remember that back then? And the relentless paparazzi stalking her every move. She's trying to claw her way back with a new single, Gimme More. Now, that was set to debut at the MTV VMAs in 2 ways. But that night, tonight, she's partying and the world was not watching.
The moment Britney's name was spoken, every eye in court turned to Diddy. He'd been calm, collected, until now, as prosecutors laid out messages and a witness account placing Britney at one of the Freaks-Off's parties. His expression changed. Subtle at first, a clenched jaw, a glance to his lawyers. Then came the photo. That's when he broke. A sudden shift in posture, a sharp breath, eyes scanning the courtroom. Reporters took note. Legal analysts called it the first real crack in his composure. His lawyers said it was frustration with unproven claims, but many saw something deeper, something he wasn't ready to face. The question now, what does this reveal about Britney's role and Diddy's reaction to it?
Now, after they left Pure, they moved to 50 Cent's after party at the Hard Rock Hotel, and the night, it stretched into the early hours of the morning. Insiders say that Britney was glass-eyed, disoriented, clinging to Diddy in a way that raised everyone's eyebrows. Now, fast forward to September 9th, 2007. Britney takes the stage at the VMAs to perform Gimme More. It's supposed to be her big comeback, the moment she proves she's still got it. Instead, it's a train wreck. She stumbles through the choreography, lip syncs off beat, and looks like she's somewhere else entirely. Critics rip her apart, calling it the lowest point of her career. Fans, well, they're left heartbroken. Britney later admits in her 2023 memoir, The Woman in Me, that she hadn't slept that night before, had a panic attack backstage, and felt forced to perform despite begging to back out. She wrote, "I knew it was going to be bad. I was a mess." But what she didn't say, and what's now coming to light, Cassie Ventura, his then girlfriend, was a rising R&B star, signed to his label. That Vegas night was her 21st birthday, and Diddy pulled out all the stops, inviting heavyweights like Britney to flex his clout. But here's the problem. Diddy's not looking so untouchable anymore. In September of 2024, as we know, he was arrested on federal charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, transportation for prostitution. He's been in a Brooklyn detention center ever since, pleading not guilty, of course. But the evidence is piling up, okay? We've been covering the case. Cassie's 2023 lawsuit against him, settled out of court for $20 million, accused him of rape, physical abuse, and forcing her into drug-fueled freak-offs, which we know was with all these male escorts from around the country, and she's getting it on while he watches. Her testimony in Diddy's ongoing trial, which, like I said, we've been covering, is where Britney's name first resurfaced.
Why was Britney Spears at these controversial gatherings, and was she there by choice? Prosecutors presented a timeline that traced her alleged appearances back to her most vulnerable years. One witness described her as withdrawn, arriving in a black SUV separated from the crowd. Emails suggested she was invited as a surprise headliner, while others hinted at behind-the-scenes pressure. Was this a case of participation or manipulation? A second photo, clearer, more revealing, shocked the courtroom. Fans were divided. Some cried foul, others demanded answers. But one thing was clear. The line between control and consent in Britney's life was never more blurred than it is now.
Cassie told the jury that Diddy invited Britney and Dallas Austin, her ex-boyfriend, to her Vegas birthday party, and that the beginning of the relationship was kind of marked publicly with a kiss. Photos from Getty Images confirm Britney was there, posing with Diddy, Cassie, and Austin at Jet nightclub, another spot they hit that night. Now, I'm not sure of the mechanics of how her relationship worked, But Cassie was with Dallas Austin first. He was her producer. Then Diddy met Cassie and signed her, and that's when he made the move to take her away from Dallas Austin. So I don't know if Cassie was still with Dallas at that time, and this is when Diddy made his move, or would Dallas come to her party after Diddy has like snatched her away? I don't know how it works, but it's all crazy. But understand, this was the very beginning of Cassie and Diddy's relationship, or close to it. And this is also where allegedly the violence began. Witnesses like Cassie's makeup artist, Mila Morales, who testified, and Diddy's former assistant, George Kaplan, okay? They both testified about seeing Cassie with bruises and injuries allegedly from Diddy's violence. Kaplan even quit working for Diddy because he felt shook by the rapper's actions towards the women in his life. Not only seeing just like small things with Cassie, but another woman named Gina. And this also includes a 2015 incident where Diddy was on a private jet to Vegas and started abusing Cassie right there on the plane in front of everyone.
Could Diddy's legal team explain Britney's alleged involvement? That was the question, as the defense took aim at the prosecution's claims. They argued her name was being used for drama, built on flimsy witness accounts and unverifiable digital messages. Their experts questioned the authenticity of emails and even the photo said to show Britney at a party. A mistaken identity, they claimed. But prosecutors fired back, insisting the evidence chain was solid. The courtroom and the public remained divided. Was this a calculated distraction, or a desperate attempt to protect two of the world's most scrutinized celebrities? One thing is certain. This trial has shattered the illusion of control in celebrity life, revealing a shadowy undercurrent no one saw coming.